Hey, so we're back on Knowlets Go TV. We have a special, well informative video today. So this video is based on buying land or property in Jamaica. So I know many people out there, maybe they live in the country overseas, maybe in England, America, Ireland, Scotland, wherever it is. But the one question remains, how do you get land in Jamaica? Maybe you left Jamaica a long time ago. Maybe you've never lived in Jamaica. Maybe you just want to understand how to get a land or a property in Jamaica. So we're going to discuss that now. So I have a colleague, a friend, through being in Jamaica that I've managed to know. So his name is David. So we're going to run exactly how you can get land or property in Jamaica. So let me swing the camera around and we're going to go through some simple questions. So we have David here. So he's going to explain a few simple questions on what we would need to how we would get a property in Jamaica. So David, could you explain to people that have never, okay, there's two kinds of people that come to Jamaica on vacation,
yes,
and you've got others which maybe emigrate to another country, or maybe their kids are now grown men and women, and they and considering to move to Jamaica. So if they have that consideration come in their head, what would be the first step in idea of buying land in Jamaica? What would be the first thing they would need to do?
Well, the very first thing really, if they are going to be buying land in Jamaica, considering the fact that they are not in the country itself and they are living outside of Jamaica, let us say for example England. In England, they would have to get some person who is a realtor. Now the good thing is that Jamaica has a very technical and technological websites for persons to be able to view the different options of properties that are here in Jamaica, and they need to actually find out whether they want a beachfront property, a residential property in a town or a city, or whether it is that they're looking for a villa. So they should know exactly what kind of a property they want, and those are all described on the various websites that our established real estate agents have here in Jamaica.
Okay, well, anyone watching this right now will be thinking, okay, he's mentioned the websites, but I'm not too familiar with this website. Could you let me know, elaborate, where
Sure.
exactly, what is this website? Do you have the website name?
Well, you have different websites. You have Valerie, Levy and Associates, you have Century 21, you have Remax Jamaica Limited, and those are the top three persons who I think are institutions that you could actually go onto. They are reputable, they have been around for decades, and those are persons that will be able to assist in terms of your just going on by yourself and viewing all of the various options that are there. So they have from just the raw land right up to massive villas on the seashore. So you can look at the different options and decide what would be the best for you, what would be your range that you can afford in terms of affordability, and they'll be able to then look at the options, and that would be the first step, I think.
Okay. Another question I've got is that if somebody, say in America, England, they have some savings, maybe they're 40 years old and they've got 20,000 saved in the bank, and they're thinking of coming to Jamaica in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years, what would be the best way for them to do? Would it be best for them to save the money or to invest early in Jamaica and get some land? What would you recommend for them to do?
Well, the thing is that investment rates in Jamaica are actually a lot better. The fact of the matter is that you get higher rates of returns here on US dollars or pound sterling than they would get in their home domestic country. Our financial system is very sound. It has actually progressed very well over the years. And I think throughout the decades, our central bank has put in all of the various different safeguards and rules and regulations and supervisory controls to allow for our financial system to perform very well. And so I would recommend that persons come to Jamaica, sit with a financial advisor from a reputable institution such as ours, which is Capital Solutions Limited, and we'll be able to guide them through the process of investments. Because what you want to do is that you want to have your funds be growing until you are actually ready to make that plunge in terms of the big pay down of the real estate investment that you're looking to do.
Okay. The next question I got is how much money would someone really need to start with in terms of putting it down as an investment in Jamaica? How much money would they have to bring with them? What is a sound number? If someone comes from Jamaica and they've never been to Jamaica, they've come here on vacation, what would be a realistic number of amount of money they would need to come and say, I want to buy a house in Jamaica? Would it be 10,000, 20,000? Is it no limit, or?
Well, the thing about it is that everybody has to actually determine what their affordability is. So they would have to know what it is that I'm earning now that I could be able to set aside to be able to afford what it is that I'm looking for. One person may say, listen, I just want a one-bedroom apartment by the seashore. Another person may say, listen, I want to have a two-bedroom house in some country area where I can get cool breeze and fresh air. So it depends on the costing that they actually are looking to be able to put down. So let us say, for example, that in Jamaica they are looking to buy something which is in the region of about 15 to 20 million Jamaican dollars, and roughly you're talking about 150,000 US, or you're looking at 100,000 pounds. Now, for that you're going to have to get 10%. That is the minimum. You have to have 10% of the total amount of the value of the purchase price. So for 100,000 pounds, you're going to need to have 10,000 pounds saved. And then that will be the 10%. The 90%, now you decide exactly which institution that you would want to be able to get a mortgage from. How is it that you're going to be able to get that mortgage? Is by your affordability, what is it that you can afford through your salary. Now, if you can afford a 90,000 pound mortgage, then the two building societies that we have here, which are Victoria Mutual Building Society, Jamaica National, which is also another popular one, and the banks are also getting involved in mortgages, so National Commercial Bank or Scotia Bank, those institutions would be able to sit with you and say, we'll be able to give you the 90%, and you'll be able to discuss with them the kind of interest rate that is going to be charged for that. Now, normally the interest rates in Jamaica are running at between 6% up to 9%, depending on the person, their affordability, their age and stage, and what the bank is actually able to give as their cost of funding. Let us say that they're going to be getting 6% on that 90,000 pounds. They'll be able to carry their proof of address, their salary, which is the most important thing, the last 3 pay slips. And then they'll be able to sit with the persons and discuss what are their affordabilities, and the institution will then give them a letter which will be saying that yes, you can be able to get a mortgage for this 90,000 pounds.
Okay. So another question I've got is, what if someone comes on a vacation to Jamaica? They have no Jamaican relatives, they can be completely foreign, no connection to the land. How would they go about, if they've never got any ancestry in Jamaica, how would these people go about getting land in Jamaica?
Well, like I said, the first step they would have to do as total strangers right off the plane is that they would need to actually visit one of the websites, which is the Coral Banco website that I discussed, or Century 21 website, or the Remax Jamaica Limited websites. Those are the websites that will have all of that knowledge and all of the information for somebody who is just totally new to the country, new to the place, and they'll be able to see what the cost price is for the various options that they're looking at.
Okay, so being around Jamaica, one thing you realize is that you have a lot of beautiful locations, and what in terms of locations in Jamaica would you say are the top 5 areas to live, and for what reason?
Well, the top 5 areas really dependent upon what it is at the mindset of the person. You may have somebody who is 65 years old and they're saying, listen, I want to retire in the cool hills of Mandeville, or it is that I want to retire by the seaside in St. Mary or St. Anne. You may have a person who is 35 years old or 40 years old and say, listen, I want to be close to the hip strip of life. I want to be in Kingston, and preferably New Kingston, and I want to have one-bedroom penthouse that is something that is secure, and I can share my cost and my space for security reasons with other persons. So they want an apartment type structure. So therefore, it really depends on the person's age and stage for me to be able to pinpoint accurately what would be the best place for them.
Yes.
But normally, the areas that are of high demand would be in Kingston and St. Andrew, particularly in Kingston 6, which is Levy and that sort of thing, New Kingston, and then you have Ocherias, which is something that these persons want to have for the salubrious seaside, beachside properties, and then you have Negril, which of course is something that people actually want to get, as well as to the slight extent Montego Bay, where persons want to be able to get involved in some things like that.
Yes.
So it depends on their stage. person's younger or the person's older, retired people who want to actually go to Mandeville because it is cooler, the climate is better, and they have a lot of retirees there also that actually have lived outside of Jamaica and are coming back now home because they want to have a very cool place to actually be able to live in.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I mean that clears up a lot which people may be thinking about, but also I think wrapping up from any last questions I have, which anyone out there is wondering, the first thing when people come and live in Jamaica, in terms of their age and their, you know, what they want, what is one of the most fundamental things you as a Jamaican would you say is the thing you love the most about being in Jamaica?
The thing that I love the most about being in Jamaica really has to do with the socialization of the people. I have friends who live in Canada. In fact, I was in Canada last week, and the fact that Canada is just a vast country, when you are going to try and socialize with other fellow Jamaicans, it's going to take you a long time to actually plan something like that. Whereas in Jamaica, it's very simple. You pick up the phone, you call somebody, you're there in 10-15 minutes, you can play a game of dominoes, football, that kind of a thing. So the socialization, I think, is what is something that keeps persons here.
Yes, yes, yes. So wrapping up this interview, David, one more thing, social links. If somebody is listening to you, think this guy has enlightened me to how I can go about this process. You've given a connection, Century 21 and the websites you can go to. I mean, I don't know if somebody directly would like to talk to you. What is your understanding? Would you work with people when it comes to properties, or is it something you're not really involved with?
Well, we work with persons, but we work with them in terms of on the investment side. So persons who decide that they want to invest in Jamaica, we actually would be able to sit down with them and guide them through the process of opening accounts, doing investment, financial services, and being able to give them the best options for them to put their monies in. So we are Capital Solutions here, and at Capital Solutions we have a tailor-made design system for each individual to be able to directly deal with what it is that they particularly looking for. So it's a tailor-made investment strategy and plan that we have for each individual here at Capital Solutions.
Okay, so anyone out there, investment, if you want to invest in Jamaica, this is the guy. Do you have any socials people can contact you on if they want to contact you direct and investing in Jamaica?
Well, for me, I think the best thing is really, as they are far on this person, is the email. So they drop the email at david.weir@capitalsolutionsja.com.
Right, so you got the email there. So if you're looking to invest in Jamaica and he's enlightened you on how you can get land and property here, things you didn't understand before, email him if you want to invest in Jamaica. This is a country has a lot of opportunity. If you've come on vacation, you would know, you would have seen. So if you want more questions or you just want to ask about how you can invest and what you can invest in Jamaica, email David and maybe you can strike up some idea on what you can put your money in if you love the country. So like I say, run back this video if you want to go through the steps and make sure you subscribe to the channel. But he also deals with Airbnb. So if you're looking for tours in Jamaica and you want experiences in Jamaica, he also has this too. So let's swing around and get more information about Airbnb stuff that he's involved with. So David, the last sort of questions we have here now. So you have some tours in Jamaica.
Yes.
For Airbnb. So what do you really have?
Well, we have like about 4 different tours. The first one has to deal with our cultural. A lot of people come to Jamaica and they don't look at the cultural side of things, and we're a very culturally based country, and so we have a cultural tour which deals with a lot of the various roots and cultures of the island. We start with the Bob Marley Museum and we end at the grand place of Devon House, and in between we have various different stops, and those stops include the various iconic places such as Heroes Park. And Heroes Park really is somewhere that it showcases all of our Jamaican heroes, all of our past prime ministers and persons who are actually been in the arts of the country. Very important persons who we believe have actually done well in terms of promoting Jamaica, and so therefore that is one of the stops that we actually do make also.
So also you are involved in nighttime tours. So if people want to go and experience the dancehall scene in Kingston, this guy also has tours for that also.
Exactly. So we have tours which is the nighttime tour, which is almost like a bar crawl, but they get to view various different stops. And those are stops where people will actually be able to interact with the Jamaican lifestyle. And it is not going to be a tourist trap. It is really persons going to be immersed with Jamaican culture in the dance hall, in the clubs, in the parties, in the bars, and you're going to be seeing all the dance moves that is very popular for the time, listening to the very popular music that is around, and you may by chance see various different artists that will be coming along into the dance hall or into the parties. So the thing is that we ensure that our clients that we do get are immersed fully in all of the activities that is available in the nighttime tours.
Yes, yes, yes. So following on from this, so like David said, they cover a lot of Airbnb. He covers a lot of stuff in Airbnb. So check the information in the description of this video. I will provide all of his links to tours that he provides. So when you do come here, you can get the true Jamaican experience, which you'll be very happy to see, because most people don't get this kind of experience when it comes to Jamaica. So this will be a very special thing. So all that information is in the video description for this video. So make sure you go down the description and click on those links. So I hope you have enjoyed this this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you go back and watch any other videos in this season which you haven't seen. So to the next one, let's go.